What if I told you what you sell your business for is less important than who you sell the business to? Don't believe me? Take it from Mark Cuban.
I don't regret selling the team. I regret how I did it. Right? Would I still sell the team? Yes, for all the same reasons I've said 100 times. Would I do it the same way? Absolutely not.
He just sold the Dallas Mavericks for $3.5 billion. That's right, $3.5 billion. And he said, I don't regret that I sold. I regret who I sold to. You heard that right. A guy that sold a business for $3.5 billion. As a financial advisor that works with entrepreneurs day in and day out, I see this all the time. So whether you're selling your business for $5 million or $3.5 billion, this video is going to be for you. And we're going to walk through the three most common buyers: selling internally to your family, selling to private equity, and then selling to a strategic buyer. And if you came to this video for sports, well, I got news for you. We're going to be talking about 3 sports teams as we walk through each one of these examples. The first potential buyer for your business is selling internally to your family. You own a business and you think you're going to sell internally to your family. You have this grand vision that there's going to be a second generation, a third generation, maybe even a fourth generation family member running this business. Well, that is the exact situation that Jack Cook, the owner of the Washington Redskins, thought he put his family in. If you don't remember Jack Cook, he ran the Washington Redskins and led them to 3 Super Bowl championships in 1982, 1987, and 1991. They had built a dynasty, and he had come out and said, no matter who owns this business, their last name is going to be Cook. And the reality is, he thought he did everything right. He was adamant that this was going to be a family business. He was adamant that this was going to go to the second generation, the third generation, and the fourth generation. But here's what actually happened to the Washington Redskins. After Jack Cook passed away, in his estate planning documents, it said that the ownership went to a family foundation. And that's exactly what happened. It got transferred to a family foundation. But unfortunately, that family foundation had to put it up for sale. And adamantly, his son, a Cook, tried to buy it back. But he got outbid and had to sell the Washington Redskins for $800 million. The exact opposite situation that Jack Cook, the original founder of the Washington Redskins, wanted to happen. Now, for those of you that are entrepreneurs running businesses today, what should your takeaway be here? It's that the planning for your business needs to start now. Not 10 years from now, not 20 years from now. And you need to make sure that it's airtight and everybody on your financial team, as well as your entire family, knows how it is going to be executed. The flaw in Jack Kent's plan is that the mechanism to actually fund the Washington Redskins and continue running them was completely misaligned. And that's why the foundation had to take it to market. And so for you today, if you're going to be passing this down to different family members, make sure that you have a rock solid, airtight plan and everybody knows the role they're going to play. Now, if you're not going to sell your business to a family member, the reality is the next phone call is going to come from this guy right here. We call it private equity. When we think about private equity, they often get a bad rap, but the reality is for many, many entrepreneurs, this is an amazing opportunity and something that they should take those phone calls and have those conversations. But for Mark Cuban, this is exactly who he sold to, and it was not the ideal situation. And I'm going to reveal exactly why this happened for him. When you think about private equity as a whole, typically what they're going to come in is they're going to buy a portion of your business. They're going to write you a big check up front, and they're going to put you in a situation that you still have some control, you still have some ownership, so you still have buy-in, but at the end of the day, they're the ones that are calling all the big shots. And this has exactly happened with Mark Cuban. The owner of Las Vegas Sands, the largest casino holding company in the world, came in and bought nearly 73% of the Dallas Mavericks. This left Mark Cuban with 27% ownership. So he still has ownership in the game, still has stake in the game, still sitting courtside at every Dallas Mavericks games. But he realized he sold to the wrong private equity group when Luka, a generational NBA basketball player, got shipped off to the Los Angeles Lakers. And the worst part about it is Mark Cuban had no say in it, and the trade had already been completed before he found out. Can you imagine building a dynasty-level franchise like the Dallas Mavericks? The best player that you've ever recruited, a generational player, a potential Michael Jordan caliber player, gets shipped off to the Los Angeles Lakers without you knowing, and you still own 27% of the business? Unfortunately, this is what can happen with private equity, where you sell to the highest bidder. They give you a big check up front. You think that they are aligned with you, and at the end of the day, they're not. The good thing is, this is not the case for every private equity transaction. For the entrepreneurs watching this video, what should your takeaway be? Well, it should not be that private equity is a bad option, because private equity could be an amazing option. It just wasn't the case for Mark Cuban. When you think about private equity, the folks that it's typically the best fit for is, number one, they want to take some chips off the table. So they've grown a business, but it's time to have some liquidity, have some personal wealth, not reinvest every single dollar back into that business. And number two, they know they want to keep running this company and working really hard in it. And the private equity company is aligned with that vision. If there is an alignment there, hard stop. If there is alignment, you should continue those conversations because it could be an amazing option for you to not only take chips off the table, but use somebody else's money to grow that business to a greater scale and sell at an even higher valuation. Now, you've heard me talk through the two first options, selling internally to your family as well as selling to private equity. If you're thinking, who's left? Well, this is likely the buyer that's going to write you the biggest check today, and it's the strategic buyer. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions out there between private equity and strategic buyers and what's actually the difference. And let me break it down really simply for you. A private equity buyer is buying to own the business and operate it. A strategic buyer is buying it to absorb it. Think about it as though they're going to swallow up your entire business and they are going to run it under their name. This is exactly what happened to the Seattle SuperSonics. Yes, Seattle used to have a basketball team, and it was there for over 40 years. They won an NBA championship in 1979 and were a powerhouse in the NBA. They were loved in Seattle like Green Bay loves the Packers. So you can imagine when Howard Schultz put the team up for sale in 2006. Yes, Howard Schultz, the Starbucks guy. Seattle was terrified at what might happen. But Clay Bennett, a group out of Oklahoma, said all the right things, and he was able to acquire the team in 2006. But 2 short years later, he did what nobody thought he would ever do. He moved the team to Oklahoma City, now becoming the Oklahoma City Thunders. And this is exactly what we see in most strategic acquisitions, where they take on a new form, a new name, potentially a new city. And the worst part about it is, for a strategic buyer, they have no say. And at least for Mark Cuban, he has some say. He's still a 27% minority owner in the team. He still has rights to those types of big decisions where the team might move. But for a strategic seller, like Howard Schultz, he has no say. He sold 100% of the team, and even though Clay Bennett told him he was not going to move the team out of Seattle, he did it anyway. And there was nothing that he could do about it. So if you're running a business today, what should you be aware of? Strategic buyers can be amazing options. For those folks that are later in their career, they are exhausted, they're tired of running hard, and they want to quickly get out of their business. Those strategic buyers could be the best option to get the largest one-time check and get you out of the business as fast as possible. But like you've seen with the Seattle SuperSonics, that comes with a big downside. Your business is not going to be yours anymore. And if you don't care about that, you don't care about the legacy, the name, and you are fine with it getting swallowed up, I would highly consider looking at the strategic option if you want to get out of that business and you're looking for that largest upfront check. Let's do a quick summary of what we've covered today and what your takeaway should be coming out of this video. We've covered the 3 potential buyers for your business: selling internally to your family, selling to a private equity firm, or selling to a strategic buyer. I would encourage you, if you own a business today, to be thinking about who the potential best buyer is for you. Reason being is that you do not want to be running your business and have something come up where you're forced to sell. Maybe you just get exhausted and it's time to just get out. Maybe you need capital from a bank and they won't give it to you. Or maybe you just get tired of pushing all the chips back into the pot. The reality is, if one of those things has already happened, it's too late. You've lost a lot of leverage when you go to sell your business. And for the clients that we work with, we don't want them to lose any leverage. And the way that we don't lose leverage is by planning in advance. So for you today, if you want to see where you stand from a financial perspective, take the 2-minute quiz we put together below. It's the Moment Money quiz. I think you'll enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. We'll put out more and more content just like this. Until next time, appreciate you.